Hey everybody, I'm Kay.
I'm Kristen.
Together we are.
K Crochet.
Welcome back. And today is Thankful Thursday. And after everything that's happened, I can't think of anything to be more thankful for when we think about the world that we live in than helpers. And I've heard lots of people say that their parents used to tell them to look for the helpers, that that's where they will find rest and relief and love. And this is so true. And I see people in our community, which we live several hours from North Carolina, but I see people in our community taking up donations and doing things, and not just in our immediate local, I see all around us, like more than one group of people coming together, picking up donations, taking them to North Carolina, Tennessee, Florida, going to work, going to do those things that those people need. And right now, I am so thankful for all those people, for the linemen who are restoring power, for the authorities who are trying to keep chaos down, who are trying to restore things, who are trying to make sure that things get where they need to be and people have the resources that they need. For those people today, I just want to say we are thankful, we are blessed, and if you are not in an area that's been hit by fires and flooding and hurricanes and tornadoes and all of these things, you should be thankful, and you should be praying for those who are in those situations, because I cannot imagine. I have had to stop watching YouTube and Facebook Reels and all of that because it was so traumatizing for me as a parent, as a wife, as a sister, as an aunt, as a teacher, as just someone who is very hurt when others are hurt. I had to stop watching. There are so many stories that are tragic. And all I can say, without getting into the politics of everything, is that if you are someone who is supposed to be a helper, it's your job to be a helper. Do your job. Be a helper. Sometimes we have to look at things in a different light when things are so traumatic in order to save people. People are the number one most important things, right? They are they should be your priority above everything else. And sometimes that means that we get put in situations where we have to do things different than we normally do in order to save somebody's life. That's all I'm saying. I won't go any further with that. But if you are someone who is a helper, be a helper. If you are someone who cannot help, be a prayer. Be someone who is fervently in prayer constantly for these people, because what they're going through is tragic. Like we've never seen in our lifetime. Never in my lifetime have I ever seen anything like this in the United States of America. It's heartbreaking to me, and as someone whose family is full of first responders, I cannot imagine the families there and what they are going through. Those who are facing their own tragedies, but because it's their job to deal with tragedy, they are busy helping others instead of dealing with their grief. That is traumatic. It will leave a lasting impact. So let's pray for them. Let's pray for those in harm's way, those who are working to save people, to bring supplies, to do everything that can be done to help them. I cannot imagine. And I've even seen that there are some crocheters who are stepping up to step in to send things to these areas, and I think that's great too. And I pray that they find all the resources that they need and that we can get a break from all the storms. It has impacted our family. We are not in that line of everything, but we did receive some of the water and some of the wind, and it did cause issues here that is impacting us long term. And so we're just waiting for everything to be cleared up so that can go back to normal, and we'll just wait and see. God has a purpose and a plan, and we'll just wait and see what happens, and we'll update you when things change and let you know what was going on. We are fine. We are absolutely fine. There's nothing, that is like our plight is very small compared to everybody else, and so we're going to be fine. And so just continue to pray for those who are in a situation where they don't know what's going to happen and they don't know how to handle this. I would not know how to handle what's going on there. And like I said, I had to stop watching it because there was so much anger about things that were happening that shouldn't be happening, and so much sadness over the grief and the overwhelming. It's like a war. That's what they've said. It's like being in a war, and I can't imagine. So the visual images that I was getting just from the verbal acknowledgement of what's going on became too much for me, and I had to shut it down because I was watching it all like constantly, and so I had to turn it off because for me, it's a lot. I feel all of that, and I feel such grief for them. So pray for them, be thankful for what you have, and realize that no matter what we're going through, there's a new day tomorrow, and everybody is in some kind of situation at the moment. And so just pray and be thankful for the things you have. I'm thankful for the health I have. It's not always the greatest, but I'm thankful I have it. I'm thankful I have a roof over my head and vehicles to drive and food on the table and all of those necessities that we have to have. Now, is it always what you want? Maybe not. Maybe not the best of everything. Life may not be smooth and, smelling like roses. We were never promised it would be. But each day is a new day. You take a new breath. You take what's given for you that day, and you work your way through it, and you move through to the next day. And that's what those people are doing right now because they have no other choice. So very strong people in North Carolina, Tennessee, and Florida who I admire very much for what they're living through and their strength to keep going and the things that they are doing for each other and the way that they have learned and taught themselves to help each other and to be each other's support and to get through things together. That's what we have to do. We have to come together in order to make things happen. That's the only way it gets done. When you have people around you who are willing to help you, because we all can't do everything by ourselves, right? We couldn't do it by ourselves. There's no way. So be thankful. Lend a helping hand if you can. Be careful who you're lending a helping hand to as far as donations, monetary donations. Please be careful. Search out and find someone that is reputable, that you know is going to do what they say they're going to do. Just because eeny, meeny, miny, mo says, hey, I'm taking up donations, if you don't know them, that doesn't mean those donations are going to go where they need to go. And I am a firm believer that once you give, it's out of your hands, and whoever you give it to, it's on them what they do with it, and they are responsible whether it's good or bad. But if you can do some research ahead of time and figure out who's doing what they're supposed to be doing, and you can look, there's plenty of places where people are giving lists of people and organizations who are real helpers. They are the helpers. So look for the helpers. Be a helper when you can. Not to the point where you drain yourself, but be a helper when you can. And look for the helpers, because that's where you'll find safety and love and care. Got anything else?
No.
Got something you're thankful for?
That we are under God's protection and we're safe, and praying that everybody else is safe.
Very good. Yep. And we think in the mountains of West Virginia that we're always safe from all the bad stuff like that. All the, we get snow, but we think we're safe from the hurricanes and the tornadoes and stuff. But lately that's proving not to be true. It still touches here. The water from North Carolina came, and I put on our community page a picture of the dam near where we live, and it rose 83 feet, I believe, above normal stage. It is still, at this point in time, 38 feet above normal stage. I believe it is. Something like that. 30 to 40 feet above normal stage. They're still cleaning up. There will be cleanup for months. There will be cleanup in all of our campground areas, which help fund, our tourism here and all of that. Our lake that we took you all to and did a live, there's no access right at the moment. You can no longer go there to fish, to boat, all the things that people do there. You can't go to the marina and rent a boat and go out. Everything is shut down for the foreseeable future until they can clean it up. And that will mean until the water recedes down to normal level and they can get to those areas and see what the damage really is, clean it up, and put things away. And it is affecting a lot of people. So, and it's affecting other tourism things in our area. They lost water, they lost power, they lost the ability to do anything with credit cards. Everything had to be done by cash. And we were not in the middle of the storm. We were not in the outskirts of the storm. Maybe the very outer edge, like way off. But we just saw the remnants of things that came from other areas. We did have a little bit of wind. We had quite a bit of rain, and that has caused quite an issue. And so just continue to pray for those. I've seen things this morning about fires everywhere, all over the place. You all know my guys are firefighters. It breaks my heart to think of firefighters who are out fighting wildfires that were started however they were started. It is a sad situation. It is a difficult job. And it is tiring. And it takes a lot of manpower. And if you don't know, most fire departments, at least in our area, are struggling to find young men and women who want to be firefighters. It used to be when I was growing up that was a big deal. Everybody wanted to go be a firefighter, right? That's no longer the case, and I don't know if the world has produced things that are more flashy and draw them in or what, but we need young men and women who are willing to be firefighters, volunteer firefighters, who are willing to give of their time and their energy and their effort in order to save others and in order to protect our property and our lands. We need those young men and women. And it is a difficult job, but a very rewarding job. So hopefully we'll start to see that change, and we'll have more young men and women who want to step up and do that. I admire them all. I don't know how they do what they do. It is a difficult job. But again, they are the helpers, they are the givers. And when you find them, you find care and love and protection. So look for the helpers. And it is Halloween trivia, and we'll let Kristen do a Halloween trivia question, and then we'll say goodbye.
Okay, let me make sure I'm reading it right. What is the most popular Halloween costume for pets?
A skeleton. That's what I'm going to say.
See, with our bandit, he was a pirate most of the time, or a reindeer.
Yeah, he was a reindeer. Let me see your phone. I want to show you guys something. Look at this.
Turn my brightness down.
She's obsessed.
It's a skeleton.
But he's smiling and he's waving.
He's doing this.
She's obsessed, but not the like gory kind of stuff, you know,
like
just
the cutesy.
The cutesy stuff, like the big tall skeletons in the yard. Yeah. So anyway, that's all we have for today. Hopefully we didn't bring you down, but pointed you in the direction of happiness and peace and love and finding those people who are bringing all those things to light. Life's not always a bed of roses, but look for the helpers. They will point you in the right direction, and they will help you find that peaceful place again. So we love you. Hope you have a great day. And if you are one of the helpers, thank you for all you do. Thank you for all you do for us, and the encouragement and the pick-me-ups and all the wonderful words that you say. And thank you for being there for each other and for everybody else. And we love you very much, and we'll see you soon. Bye.
Don't forget to be kind.
Oh, because you don't know anybody else's journey.
Bye, guys.
I forgot.